Greetings, folks. Healer here. Today I have a really terrific replay for you. This match was sent to me by Ray Vision, who plays on the North America server in the Josh clan. Some of you might recognize that clan name. That is the one run by me, Josh, who is a World of Warships North America community contributor. Now, in this match, Ray is sailing for us the premium Tier 7 German destroyer cruiser battleship Scharnhorst in a Tier 7 domination match here on Fault Line. There are no carriers in play, and there's only one destroyer per team. Now, at the time Ray played this match, he was developing a new commander, I think he said for his Gneisenau, and I think he was also contemplating a blended concealment secondary build, although I don't think he had finalized on that at the time he played this game. In any case, what are we going to see in this match? Well, we are going to see some very smart gameplay and execution by Ray. We are going to see some rather questionable decision making by a number of his allies, and we're going to have a very important instructive moment late in the game, which I'll call out when it happens. Now, when Ray sent this match over to me, he sent me a few notes about how he played this game and how he plays this map as he gets his first kill with a, a little bit of a kill secure, 350 points of damage on the Minakaze, but at least the opposing destroyer is out of the game. Yeah, he says he doesn't like going to the Charlie Cap on this map, even in a quick battleship like the Scharnhorst. And that's some good advice, because the Charlie Cap, while it is very protected, that same protection also really denies the ability to crossfire into the middle of the map, and basically takes you out of the game if you go into that cap area. And if you have, in particular, slow ships, like maybe a couple of Colorados on your team that go into that cap area, it will take them a very long time to get through the cap and back out into the middle of the map to be able to actually contribute. Now, Ray has moved over here to try to engage the Iron Duke, but he's run into the Hawkins. First salvo out, and well, yeah, the Hawkins is pretty squishy. That's 2 Citadels. Rear turret out. Dispersion going to help him here? Okay, yeah, it is. So 4 Citadels, and he takes out the Tier 5 cruiser. And now it looks like he's going to head up to engage this Iron Duke. Now, it's kind of interesting. This Iron Duke is firing armor piercing. My experience is that most players who play the Iron Duke and many of the Royal Navy battleships tend to fire HE, but this player is electing to fire armor piercing. And you can see down there in the southeast corner of the map, there are 4 allies that are basically in almost no position to do anything. And the couple of cruisers, the Zara and the Shores, will have a little easier time to get into positions to be able to actually do stuff. But the 2 Colorados are going to be out of the game if they go into that Charlie Cap, and they will be quite unengaged in the battle, which leads us to the title of this video. So you can kind of see where things are going here. Now, the Allied Pensacola is engaging the cruiser that has just come out the west side of the Charlie Cap. I don't remember which cruiser that was. And here, yeah, Ray has sent his torpedoes. Now, normally I like to be closer before I send my torpedoes when I'm playing a Scharnhorst or Tirpitz or Gneisenau, but this Iron Duke doesn't seem to be getting much closer, so I think he probably sent at a reasonable range. He did send short, anticipating that the Iron Duke would turn in, but he didn't end up doing that. He does take 1 torpedo on his stern, which does flood him out. And that's actually the 3rd kill now that he's taken down a battleship cruiser and the destroyer. Now, we did lose the Graf Spee that was in the southwest corner of the map. That has left the ARP Congo very isolated and frankly surrounded. He is very healthy right now, we can see, but there's not much Ray can do to help him here, because he's, like I said, he's surrounded, and that battleship isn't going to last too long in what he's in his current position. Now, looking back at the east side of the map, yeah, More than half of the remaining team, the two Colorados, the Zara, and the Shores, are all moving into a cap that they've already secured. There's no opponents there, and they're basically just taking themselves out of the game. And that's leaving a very low health Pensacola to Ray's south side. Ray himself and the Congo, which is now down to what looks like about a third of his health, or maybe less than that now. And yeah, the Congo really isn't going to last too much longer in the crossfire that he's in. And that's going to leave the Allies, even though right now they have a one ship advantage, they only hold one cap and they are very behind in points. So things are not looking very good. In fact, there goes the Congo, that evens up the ship count. And there goes the Pensacola. So now they have a one ship deficit. So Ray is now going to be front and center with basically most or all of the opponents, because only the Zara now is starting to slip out of that narrow channel on the west side of Charlie. And that choke point actually can be quite dangerous if opponents are able to fire into that region, because there's not much in the way of maneuvering options. Ooh, nice. Gets the kill on the California. Wow, that was a pretty nice hit. So he's up to 4 kills and 108,000 in damage. Now, Ray has to make a very important decision here. Does he continue his push through the northeast side of Bravo towards the opponents, or does he turn out? Now, this turn would be quite dangerous, or is quite dangerous, because he's going to give his broadside to the Colorado and the König. I think he's making the right choice here, turning away, and is going to re-enter or re-engage the opponents from a different angle. Now you can see that the Shores, the Zara, and one of the Colorados are again slipping out through that very narrow channel on the west side of Charlie, but the other Colorado has elected to continue to sail north. He probably is in zero position to fire his guns at anything. He's too close to the terrain, and certainly the terrain is too high. There just isn't much of anything that he can do. So right now, Ray has very few allies that are actually able to engage in the battle. Now, Ray, I thought, made a very smart decision here to re-engage through the north channel here at Bravo. This is going to force a number of opponents into a crossfire. This is going to limit the number of opponents that can fire on him to an extent. He does have the broadside of the König. The Surrey can fire on him, and it does look like the Colorado can as well. We're also seeing a benefit of the of Ray taking the steering gears modification 2 upgrade in slot 4 here. He's able to make this turn that I think otherwise he probably would not have been able to, and he might have beached, and that would have made him very vulnerable. So he's got the broadside here of the König. Now he isn't going to get any Citadel hits here because of the turtle back, but the, well, nice. Okay, the König runs into a sea mine from the Zara, and that finishes him off. The ship counts are even, but the Allies are very behind. They have a more than 300-point deficit as Ray is pushing in here against the Colorado. There's a Surrey behind him and the other Colorado. It looks like the Dallas cannot fire on him. Now, I thought that was interesting that he was electing to send torpedoes from this side, but the Colorado did turn out enough that he should eat all 3 of these. There is high caliber. He's up to almost 160,000 in damage. The Colorado should be able to, or he should be able to take out the Colorado here in the drive-by. Yep. Okay, that's Kraken Unleashed. So very nice. He's up to 172,000 in damage. Now he has to deal with the Surrey. Now he sent quite early here, send his torpedoes quite early here on the Surrey. The Surrey doesn't appear to be running hydro right now because we don't have the hydro indicator in the detected symbol. There is a bow Citadel. Yeah, the Surrey sent quite early, but he is avoiding Ray's torpedoes as well, and it definitely looks like he's trying to make a turn here to get his other torpedoes off. Ray is doing the right thing here by turning in to force the Surrey to turn more and delay his ability to send torpedoes, and he gets his 6th kill. So he's up to 184,000 in damage, but now he has a very healthy Colorado. The Colorado absolutely can overmatch his Ray's bow here. No, that wasn't too bad. It looks like he fired up into the guns and not so much toward the bow. Again, Ray, I probably would try to hold torpedoes here until you got an assured strike on all three, because he is very close to the Colorado. He did send short in anticipation that the Colorado probably would turn in. Colorado's going to take two, not all three. It's not quite enough to kill him. Is Ray going to be able to finish him off here with his rear turret? Not quite. Boy, Ray goes down, but the Colorado is burning, and he's over 230. Well, here's 231,000 damage. Is it enough to kill the battleship? Yes, it is. So he earns just a flesh wound and his 7th kill. Now we get to the very important learning opportunity in this game. The opponents have a significant point advantage. The Dallas does have the means to potentially win this game for his team. He could do that either by going to the Charlie Cap and taking the Charlie Cap for his team, or he could delay the Allies from being able to take Bravo, at least briefly, and then sail away. So right now there is a roughly 175 point differential between the two teams. Once that opponent, right now that's going to remain 175 points until the Allies get the Bravo Cap. Now, the Dallas is making some fairly bold choices here to engage the way he is. He avoids a significant salvo from one of the Colorados, but he has been resetting the Bravo Cap. In fact, the Zara is going to leave the cap here, it looks like, in just a moment, and that will further delay the Allies from being able to take the Bravo Cap. Is he going to end up slipping out? Sure looks like it. Now, at this point, if I were the Dallas, I would slip behind this terrain that's just to the south, and then I would turn out and stay in concealment and run. Because at this point, with 3.5 minutes remaining, there isn't enough time for the Allies to catch up on points. However, the Dallas elects to re-engage, and this is a fatal mistake. There was a salvo from the Zara, another one from this Colorado. Is this going to be enough to kill the Dallas? Yes, it is, and the Allies do end up winning. So a very impressive outing by Ray Vision in the premium Tier 7 Scharnhorst. This is with 232,000 in damage, cracked and unleashed, high caliber Confederate, and just a flesh wound, just shy of 2,800 base XP. A very, very impressive outing. Thank you very much, Ray, for sharing this match with us. It was a pleasure to do the replay and the commentary. I hope everybody did enjoy the replay and the commentary. Please do leave your comments below. And as always, we hope to see you out there on the virtual seas. And we wish you happy sailing.